guys. Good morning. I wanted to come live before I actually headed out and went to the warehouse. I wanted to tap in with you guys. I am not only excited about today, I'm looking forward to making today better than yesterday. And just to clarify, guys, we are going to be making it a priority to build and grow this platform when it comes to lives. I'm gonna do more lives, so if you did miss this live, which I'm sure you have because I ain't consistent, but we're gonna be doing more lives on a consistent basis. I'm gonna try to go live every single day because there is a lot that we could actually get done. We can build together. There's so much stuff we can do, and I have a bunch of stuff that we will be covering. If you don't know, my name is Brandon, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income stream. So, number one, I want to talk about something first. And what I want to talk about is let's go and hop into phones, okay? So, the phone flipping price list has been updated. Now, it's been updated to the point to where it hasn't changed for many phones, but some devices, there are changes. Now, I just actually was able to close a deal for a few iPhone 16es, and I got them for $150. If you go and you look at used, and no, they were new, but they didn't have the box. So this is one of the IMEIs right here. So, and again, I'm not scared to show you guys IMEIs. I'm not scared to do any of that. I honestly would not be me if I didn't show you guys the transparent looks of what we're doing, right? So what I do is I'll just type in the IMEI into sigw.com. Once I do that, then I can get all the information that I need. Now, I do recommend using the free one if you can. You do only get a few tries to do the free one. I can't remember how many, but the free one is when you're not signed in, if you don't have an account, but I do have an account. I just chose to do the free one. That's why it gave me very vague information. Usually it would give me a little bit more. So let me actually do that. I'm going to go and sign in, and I'm going to show you guys an example. So SigW is my IMEI checker. To all of my phone flippers out there, I'd rather use SigW than any other IMEI checker because it gives me a lot of information. It is a IMEI checker that seems to be very, very accurate. I want to actually look for one that is not. Okay. All right. Let's look at this one. This one could have been a problem, right? So this one, it was the iPhone 16 Pro Max Black 256. The IMEI, the MEID, the IMEI number 2, the serial number, all of that is here, okay? Now, one thing that I saw with this device was it was not AppleCare eligible. Now, if a device, as you guys see right here, is not AppleCare eligible, usually that just means that that device is old. If that device is older, it kind of makes us look at it a bit different because I believe this person was selling this as like a newer device, like a new no box device. But it's helped me realize that it was actually used, okay? But you'll have people do that. They'll say, oh, hey, I got a phone, and the phone that I'm trying to sell to you, it is a newer phone, or it's a new phone. I just don't got the box. They'll try to lie. But you could tell by looking at the AppleCare real-time performance. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You can actually look by actually looking at the AppleCare eligible status. Also, you can look at the estimated purchase date. So this was estimated to be purchased on December 6, 2024. But if I was to type in that IMEI that we just checked, it would give me a whole different viewpoint. Should I do it? I don't really want to, but I'm going to probably do it for you guys. So what I do is I use another phone. So I'll give you guys my method, right? I'll go and I'll literally go and make 10 offers on here. Now, the reason why I make these 10 offers is because what I see is if I set myself up for success in the morning usually throughout the day, I have people actually hit me up saying, oh, no, this is too low of an offer. This is a great offer. Can you meet today? Can you meet tomorrow? Like, I like setting myself up. So I'll get up at like 6 a.m. and I'll start making phone offers. Now, I did that last week. A guy hit me up and he was like, hey, do you actually buy phones? Like, I'm dead serious. That's exactly what he said. I want to see if I can actually pull it up without exposing his number. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Oh, matter of fact, it might actually be in the DMs. Let me see. Okay, right here, I think. So he said, I just made an offer. He said, do you buy phones? So the offer I made was on June 24th, July 1st. He said, do you buy phones? I said, yes, I do. He said, what's your number? I gave him my number. He hit me up, and I've been buying phones from him ever since. And that's sort of kind of where you can win. Like, if you are somebody that follows my system, I'm telling you, you don't need a course. You don't need a person to build your phone flipping business for you. Like, you can do this yourself, man. It's not that hard, bro. I promise you it's not hard. This is easy. You heard me? Especially if you have a price list as well. So, again, the only way and reason I knew to go for $150 for the iPhone 16e is because if you look right here, no box is worth $150. Now, a lot of people don't know. When it says $150 on here, that means market value. So that means exactly what the device is worth internationally, right? So why did I actually just offer $150? I'm going to tell you. How do I feel about drop shipping? Drop shipping is pretty pointless, in my opinion. If you want to know exactly how I feel about drop shipping is something that we can go over in 1 second. But drop shipping is something that just basically keeps you chasing the carrot, right? It's something that is put in place to make you feel like you're successful or make you feel like you're actually doing something when you're just promoting for another factory. And I'm going to touch on that in 1 second. Let me just finish this one point. Everybody on TikTok, I am on YouTube right now, so they see my screen. I'm sorry you guys can't. For some reason, TikTok won't let me go live until tomorrow on my desktop. I don't know why. I think it's because I changed my TikTok name. But regardless, my YouTube is in my bio if you guys wanted to join and see what I'm actually talking about, okay? But I'm still going to talk to you guys. But, yeah, so with this price list, guys, I see that the market value is $150, and that's exactly what I offered them. And all I'm going to do is sell it on OfferUp again. I'm going to sell it to a consumer. So a lot of people don't know. If you don't know what a device is worth, you'll overpay. And if you overpay, then you got to be stuck trying to find a slow consumer transaction. I don't want to say they're slow, but they're not really going to fall for paying $200 for iPhone 16e when you could pay $230 for an iPhone 16. But yeah, that's just basically how it works. Okay. You got to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. Now, what I do want to talk about is drop shipping real quick. Since I had that question, feel free to always drop questions down, guys, and I will answer the questions for you. Now, when it comes to drop shipping is a finesse game. That's how I started. I actually started trying to drop ship. I have been to 8 countries and they've all been business. Okay. So I just want to give you the background. Like, I've been doing this since 2014. I do this for a living. Like, I don't just hop up on TikTok live to try and make bread or on YouTube to try to make money. I make money in real life doing this because I had no choice. Right. So I just want to set that clear. I want to set the table. Right. So I tried to drop ship because at the time when I first came to Philadelphia, I was living with my grandmother and she didn't have a lot of room for me to put like my own storage. So I go and I find this guy on YouTube. He is pretty popular now. But I say, okay, I want to drop ship. He says, all right, cool. Pay me X amount and we're going to get this thing done. So I paid him his bread and we start actually drop shipping. Long story short, I made nothing really. I made just enough to get my bread back, but I didn't make what he was showing on his YouTube. Now, that could become quite frustrating as I'm sure a lot of people that watch me have experienced this with someone. But that wasn't the hammer in the coffin for me, or the nail in the coffin for me. The nail in the coffin was when I actually went to one of these factories, and they're a factory that's actually on Alibaba. And I went to the factory to tour because I wanted to cut Alibaba out and I wanted to have a direct connection. So I walk in there, and it's like one of the movie scenes where it's like people literally just making stuff. Like it's like an assembly line, and they're like all making something, like they're working, and they barely have, and I'm not trying to be funny, but they barely have clothes on. Now it's not like on an explicit type time. Like they literally barely had clothes on. Like it was like one of those drug movies when, you know, you see somebody bagging something up in the house, and you see all of these people there, and they don't have a lot of clothes because they don't want them to steal the merchandise. That was what it was. Then they had two big behind dogs roaming around and stuff. And when I went in there, I talked to him. I was like, yo, listen, I drop ship from you. You didn't ship the order, da-da-da-da. So once I told him that I had a bad experience drop shipping with him, he explained to me that they only do drop shipping in the U.S. to promote their factory business. The only reason why they actually go out and promote drop shipping, and they got people on YouTube getting paid to promote these extensions and all of this, is because of this. I want you to really look at this picture, right? So imagine you're a factory that creates electronic products, right? And imagine that you live in China. Imagine that you're in China, and you know for a fact in China everybody can access what you're selling, right? Easy. So you want to go to America, where you have people that are trying to make money, and they know they could buy less from you. I mean, less, they could spend less and buy more from you because you're in China, right? So how do you get to the States? Because you can't market fake AirPods or fake chargers and cases openly on the internet in the United States of America, because you're going to end up having that website platform take your website down because you're not allowed to sell replicas and stuff, right? So what they've done is they found a loophole where they get content creators to basically go out and promote to you guys, hey, if you want to drop ship but you don't want to spend the money on a product up front, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good? Who is X and Angel? Or, I mean, it's an X and a... What's your name, bro? What's your name? I want to call you by your name, respectfully. Or, you know, whatever your alias is online. But regardless, right? So I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, yo, Angel, all right, cool. I ain't want to, you know, I wanted to be respectful. What's popping, bro? So, boom. I go up to him like, so you mean to tell me that you do the drop shipping thing just because you want to get people from the States to purchase products from your warehouse? They said yes, but the problem is getting it through customs, and it's not 100%. So, wow. I'm sitting here literally looking and trying to gauge how, I don't want to say the creators, but all of these creators are on YouTube literally talking about drop shipping. Like, all these people are talking about drop shipping, and they're getting paid from it because those extensions pay them a commission. Hope you have a good day, bro. Just stopping by. Good vibe. Thank you. I appreciate your good vibes, and I hope you have a good day too, bro. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. I definitely want to support you in any way I can. I appreciate you. I really do. So, boom, right? I go and I learn from him that drop shipping is basically just a promotional aspect. That's all it is. Look, you go on drop shipping. You go on YouTube, you type in drop shipping. It's so many people that are like trying to teach you how to do it. There's so many people that are telling you the top 10 products to sell, to drop ship, right? They're not telling you, hey, listen, I got all of these products, and these products are selling. And these products are selling. And here's where you get them. No, they're telling you, hey, I got all these products. These products are selling. Use this extension to then go and be a middleman to this warehouse that's overseas to promote through you to other people. You feel me? So it's interesting, y'all. It really is very interesting. I got to create an invoice for a customer real quick. Because Jordan is doing something. But so I'm gonna be working while I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, so it's really, really interesting, guys, how it all works. And I lied to you not. I got so many people that are hitting me up. And listen, I'm not the biggest at all, right? But I got a lot of drop shipping companies that try to hit me up. And they're like asking me, do I want to work with them? And do I want to get a commission with their extension and all of this? Because they probably see how hard I work. No, I don't. I do not want to work. I don't want to be a friend. And I don't want to work, bro. I don't want to work. I have morals. I have morals. I have respect for myself, and I have respect for my audience. I will continue to promote my business, keep my stuff in-house, where I know for a fact that I can control if you guys are actually getting what you pay for. You feel me? Like, there's no way, shape, or form I'm going to put anybody in any type of trick bag to where they're not able to make money. And I'm about to show y'all something real quick. Y'all ready? So, prime example, you guys know I got eBay automation, right? I got a service called eBay automation where we list, ship, and provide products for you. So, eBay automation is a service where I'm literally having people work for you. Guys, people are making money, but again, it's a hard operation. This is not easy because you have a bunch of minute details that need to be conveyed, but at least it's better than you being a middleman. Don't ever settle to be a middleman, because when you're a middleman to these warehouses, right, you lose your power. You don't know what the product that they're sending looks like. You don't know what quality it is. You don't know anything, and they don't know nothing about you. They don't know you from a can of paint. They don't give a heck about your customers nor about you. And we not about to do that, bro. We not about to even put our brand in anyone else's hands, and they don't care about it like us. That's not how we do it. You feel me? So that's like my approach with dropshipping. I know that was long-winded, but I try to give y'all purposeful responses. Like I don't want to just give you no response. Like, listen, I done been through a lot when it comes to this reselling stuff. All right, so back to phones though. Let's go and make some phone offers. If I go and I type an iPhone right on offer up, and then I take off shipping, and now it's only local, I set it to 30 miles. Now, what I usually look for, guys, is I look for phones that are older, but they're in at least grade B condition. I don't like buying new phones. If you buy new phones, you're going to set yourself up for failure, because you got to put out a higher investment in order to recoup your funds plus make profit. So, prime example we could look at it for an iPhone 16 Pro. Let's not even do a 16 Pro Max. Let's just do a 16 Pro. For an iPhone 16 Pro, 128GB sealed, you got to pay, market value is $505. What that means is that is how much the device is worth to people internationally. So if I was to go and just type in iPhone 16 Pro, right? I now have to go and find a device. So this obviously is fake. 100% it looks fake. But I want to find, this is fake because this is the picture that's floating around. This might be actually real, right? So now if I'm going to make this offer, I got to do, okay, bet. I'm walking y'all through what I would do in my head. I see that the market value is $505, which means great, but I want to make a profit, obviously. The profit that I probably can make is $50, right? So 505 minus $50 equals $445. That is my ceiling. I can't go over $445 or I don't make $50 profit. So what I would do is I'd be like, I can do $400. Why did I say 400 instead of 450? Or 455? Because I want that person to negotiate me up. This person obviously has an inflated evaluation for this. Oh, this is a scam for this device. Look, brand new, unlocked, no cracks, was brought for a gift. You know this person's capping. You know this person's lying. 100%. 100%, bro. What's popping? How do I pronounce your name? I don't want to say it wrong. Hello, hello. Is $150 for an iPhone Pro Max 128 good? Well, I don't know what iPhone Pro Max. Like, what's the number? What's the model? This is a scam. Whenever you look and somebody says like this was a gift, or I got this for such and such and now I'm trying to sell it, that's a scam. Those are people that usually are lying. They're just trying to sell you a clone. Also, I don't buy phones that don't have a box anymore because they're 9 times out of 10 going to be clones. I'm telling you this right now. Now, prime example, if you're somebody out there that's looking to try and, let's say, you want to buy a phone and you want to get it for really, really cheap, this is what you do. In fact, let me show you. This is what you do. Cracked iPhone. Or, better yet, blacklisted. Or, no. Locked iPhone. So you could say locked iPhone, right? If you say that, you could then go ahead and find so many phones. So locked to T-Mobile, okay? Let's say you want something cheaper than that. Look at this iPhone 11. This is 100% real. You could tell iPhone 11 locked, but it's still working though. The lowest I'm going is 40. Why would he be going so low, right? Because obviously this must have a lock on it, like a iCloud lock, but it still works, right? Like you want to look for these type of deals, okay? Trey Stacks, what's up? Oh, Sadiq. Okay, shout out to Sadiq. So that the iPhone 13 Pro Max 128. Okay, let's look at it, bro. What's up? What's up, Trey Stacks? So, all right, what the heck? iPhone. I'm got you. 1 second, Trey Stacks. I'm gonna call you Trey though. Trey Stacks. I don't want to overwhoop it. I don't want to. iPhone 13 Pro Max. Do you got a guide on how to post AirPod 101s on Facebook, eBay, and Depop? Yep, I do. I can go over that in 1 second as well, because let me show y'all something. This is why. Trey Stacks, let me explain to you something, broski. I can show you because we doing it. we working. You heard me? We working, Trey. We working, bro. We working. Those are actually what I'm monitoring on one eBay account that we got, and we are working to continue to increase in the price without having any issues. Now, with the 13 Pro Max, $150 is a overwhoop. Okay, that's an overwhoop. You're overwhooping, Sadiq. Let me explain. Now, you didn't specify if it's new or used, but we're going to assume that it's used because they don't make any new ones anymore. You can find new ones, but they're like extra expensive, and they're usually in phone stores. But when we go all the way down to 13 Pro Max, I just want to show you, Sadiq, you never want to sell a 13 Pro Max ever to a buyer, but you want to use what the buyers value that phone to be as a metric, right? So, 1 second, Trey. Now, you didn't even tell me if it's locked or unlocked, I don't think, but we're just going to say it is, let's say if it's locked. Don't matter, right? Because it has SIM card tray, so regardless, they can still use it on different accounts with the same carrier. So we see 125 is the value, right? But if I go over here and I look, we see this is promoted, which means they want to sell it bad. It was listed 12 hours ago. I can go ahead, Sadiq, and be like, so yeah, 150 is actually a good price. Yeah, I think 150 is a good price, especially for a unlocked one. Yeah, I think 150. I think I would go Sadiq. I would do 200. Depending on the grade, I would do 200. Because if I do 200, the way I look at it is I'm not going to sell it to a wholesale buyer. They don't want it. But I can always sell that to a consumer and fill their need. Prime example, if a consumer needs that phone for their daughter or whatever, and I talk about this in videos, like we want to fill a need, right? So if a consumer needs the phone, they're going to pay $250. They'll pay $300. Now, that's still you might be like, well, you can get an iPhone 16 Pro or a 15 or even a 14 for that amount. You're right. But let me tell you, Sadiq, the way we think about it, right? The reason why we will always have value for the iPhone 13 Pro Max is because it has a SIM card tray. All those other phones don't, which means the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it still has value. Still has value. All right, okay, if it's solid, I'm going to buy it right now, but I already have the AirPods in 1-2-1 that I got. Bet I'm working too, fam. I watch your videos every day. That's the only problem I have is taking them. All right, yeah. I got you. So let me, I don't want to dox this person. Let me do this real quick. Let me do this. I don't want to overwhoop it. I don't know why I keep saying that. How can I see? Ooh. All right, I got an idea. All right, so look at this, right? This is the example of somebody that doesn't listen, okay? What I'm about to show you is the example of somebody that doesn't listen and they got their account banned. But they made a lot of bread, right? Appreciate it. Yep. Sadiq, go ahead and get it, bro. Appreciate you popping in. So look, guys. Now, this is no shot to this person. This person's cool. But this person came to me. They're now with eBay Automation and we taking care of them. We making sure they straight, okay? Now, I just want to show you something. This person, 18 orders. All Apple AirPod, second generation USB-C Midnight Blue. Okay, they're all that, okay? 18 sold. They made $1,597.03. They got none of it. Why? Hold on. And I would assume when it comes to people trying to list and trying to actually make money selling like replicas and clones or just products in general, the biggest discrepancy I see is people get greedy instead of being hungry. Like people, instead of consistently having hunger, they start getting greedy and start thinking, oh, well, I just need to make some bread. Forget what people tell you on social media. Forget what I show you with eBay Automation clients, and forget what these fake ass influencers that have good credit that just lease these wheels, which are cars, and try to act like they're like making all of this money and they're really not making shit. I'm telling you right now, mind what you are selling, which means make sure what you're selling is something that is going to protect your brand, but also amplify it. Now, this individual had a bunch of these, okay? A bunch of these orders. Now, I can't pull up the exact listing because eBay won't allow me. But just looking at this stuff, you see how crappy this person's eBay was, because they were so amped up to make bread selling Maxes that they risked their whole account and had to make a new one and had to refund all the bread that they made. Now, what good is it selling a product that you can't actually make money from? What good is it, right? So, and I'll give y'all a really good example, like dead serious, right? Like, I got a whole crate right here of these Maxes, right? Okay, great, cool. We sell these on a daily basis, okay? I have my own pair, okay? This is my pair. I go to the gym, I play ball with them. Before I even started selling these, it took me about 4 to 6 weeks to actually make sure these things work. Why? Because most of the clones of replicas don't work for a long time. Okay? And I wanted to make sure we could make customers happy. Why? Because I needed to protect my brand. I'm not sure if you guys know, but before Hustler Taught Me, that YouTube, I had Educated Hustler, and that's all. Educated Hustler, the reason why a lot of my numbers are really low on there is because it used to be a couples channel. I don't know if you guys know that. I used to have a couples channel. I used to have my girlfriend on here, and we used to do dumb stuff, right? Cool. So what I did was I started just making videos of replicas. Got some traction. I was selling so many replicas on Shopify. Shopify sent me a letter, a cease and desist that Apple sent Shopify because of my store, because I cleared over 6 figures selling replicas, right? Cool. My replicas were great. Barely any returns. The problem is I actually had my website, and if you are an OG, whether you're watching this now or later, you know when my websites just kept getting taken down. Every other video, I'm like, damn. All right, guys, so it's a new domain, because they kept taking it down because they were like, well, yeah, you're messing up our brand and we're getting sued for you. Similar, y'all. Stop trying to sell replicas the wrong way, and stop trying to sell replicas in general, bruh. This is the worst listing I've seen in a long time. This person says Apple AirPods Max 2nd generation USB-C midnight black. Are you kidding me? And then he had the nerve to sell it for $210, $230, $200, $230, $240, $230, $240. Like, it wasn't even a realistic price. And these are not realistic prices, guys. If you're not selling the real thing, stop trying to make the real profit. No, sometimes you got to actually sit down and you got to listen, look, dead serious, bro. You got to take $55 right now, right? Look. Let me tell you why. We take $55, we sold 15, right? Let's do the math. Boom, 15. And let me make sure I'm right. And they pay for shipping. I was about to say, I'll make sure I'm right. 15, we don't pay for shipping. Times 55. That's $825, okay? Perfect. Now, I understand. I get it. Because the $825 is cool, right? That's cool. But I get it. Because if we actually did, well, look, 200 times 15. Look how much money I can make. 3,000, right? Great. So let's subtract that by what miserable amount we're making now. That's $2,175 more, right? So do you really want to take a gamble and try to make $2,175 more? Yes, right? And that's the difference between people that succeed and fail. Because, see, people don't realize that $825 that this person is making every single week, literally on eBay, is the same progression, even more in the long term, that they'll be able to work with. They'll be able to flip that money into more money, and they don't have no issues because they don't try to finesse the system. A lot of us want to be liars, bruh. A lot of us want to lie because we want bread so bad. The money don't make you successful. The brand does, bruh. Let me say that again, bruh. The brand makes you successful, not the money, not the product. So it's no way you can sell reps without getting taken down. Yes, there's a way you can sell reps without getting taken down. You just can't sell them as anything other than what it is. A rep. Let me show you. Right, what do we have down here? Trey, what we got in this description right here, bro? What you see right here? You see Max Space Gray Wireless Over-Ear Headset. This is not the Apple. Well, I didn't say Apple because that would have been flagged. I would have got it taken down. This is not the AirPod Maxes, right? Brand new Bluetooth headphones. Please view all pictures. This is original packaging with no Apple logo. You see what I'm saying? Are you doing this, Trey, or no? Because, see, here's the thing, right? When you are listing, right, it's good, but when you start getting messages like this, you know you straight. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all 1 second. There we go. Let me show y'all. Let me see if I could do this. I can't. Fudge. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to do something real quick. I want to show y'all something. Okay? I want to show y'all something. All right. Look at what I'm about to show y'all. When you start getting messages like this, right? When you start getting messages like this, hello, I'm interested. Do you have any videos? Okay? This is an eBay automation customer, by the way, right? This is what their assistant told them to say. Hi, sorry, we don't have any, but the photos you see are accurate to the product. If you have any other questions, I'll be able to help. Why don't you have any photos? The listing you see up are the photos. Now you might be like, yo, B, what you mean? Like you couldn't take another photo? No. Why? Because what we've seen, so I want you guys to keep in mind, I deal with over, now I think it's like maybe 82. Like it was like 83 to like 87, but like 82, I say. Because I haven't had my debriefing yet for my this week. But regardless, I deal with a lot of eBay accounts, and we see that people ask questions and ask for photos to use against you sometimes. We don't do that. Trey, okay, bet. That's what I'm looking for. You have a guide for that I can buy, but the reps I got have the Apple logo on there. Don't matter. Don't send the Apple logo. And yeah, it's on HustlerTaughtMe.com. HustlerTaughtMe.com, bro. But yeah, I don't care if your reps have that logo. There's nothing wrong with your reps having a logo, but we don't put the logo on the picture. So the reason why, and again, y'all gotta understand this too, bro. Like I'm dead serious. I be learning some too, because you gotta remember, I delegate everything. So it's on HustlerTaughtMe.com. It's on guides. Okay, you go to HustlerTaughtMe.com, helpful guides, and then you go all the way down, and then it's right here, the Replica product cash flow formula right here. But you also get a call too. So when you buy, bro, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have somebody send you an email. We're gonna set up a call. We're gonna handle this, bro. We're gonna knock this out. We're gonna see what's up. Straight like that, bro. I appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate you actually asking. I appreciate you talking to me. Listen, bro, I'm gonna make sure you're straight. All right, Trey, I'm gonna make sure you're straight. I can't wait to meet you. But yeah, so it's like we see the success and the failures, and a lot of the times, y'all, if you have the Apple logo on your rep, that don't mean you got to put it in the picture. And eBay's Vero system. So I ain't know what the hell a Vero system is. Okay, I forget what it means. It's like what the hell does it mean? I don't even remember. But the eBay Vero system, verified rights owner. So this is something that my people is tapped into, bruh. Like they tapped into this, bruh. It's the Vero system that messes your stuff up. This right here is what bans you and takes your listings down and stuff. And they are so in tune to this. Let me tell you how legitimate. Let me tell you how legit my assistance for my eBay automation, which y'all know I'm a hustler, so you know I gotta plug my stuff in. eBay automation, we list, ship, and provide the products for you. You hear me? You don't gotta provide no products. We do it for you. Keep 100% profit. But listen, one of our students had a restriction before getting our service. Then we listed these Johnskis. We listed these. The Labubu dials, right? Person gets restricted again, bruh. He get restricted again because evidently they had an eye on his account. He didn't tell us about a restriction that he had. And once we listed it, it was an icy dunny bun, right? Like they was on that ass like grass, right? So what happened was we ended up being like, okay, we're going to fight. When I tell you, we smacked the hell out of eBay. We smacked them up, down, around, over, across, sideways, left, right hook, left kick, suplex. Bruh, he was able to still make money on his listing. I'm going to tell you, like, I don't know. I don't know where it is, but it was a message that was basically like, yeah, you're banned for, or you're restricted for like a week or 2 weeks. And he was panicking. I was like, bro, don't worry. We're going to smack it, bro. We're going to smack it. And if you guys don't know, we got that here. So it's a template that we have that we use. Oh, eBay appeal script. This is what my assistants use to smack any appeal, bruh. They smack appeals. I'm telling you. I mean, ain't nobody stopping us, man. Can't nobody stop what does research and is already prepared. You feel me? I'm locked in, fam, trying to change my life. Let's go, bro. I really appreciate. No, listen, ain't no glazing, bro. Actually, I will say this, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. And you actually don't know how much you giving me that means to me. You feel me? Like, a lot of the time, creators like me, we get down on ourselves, bro. So because it's not about money, it's more so about validation. It's more so about affecting the people that you're trying to teach. And I appreciate you. And yeah, like that's what it really is about, affecting people at this point. It's not really about money to me. It's about affecting people, helping them, because I'm only as good as the people I help. If I'm just sitting there making videos and taking money, then what the hell am I doing? Everything that you buy from me, let's make this clear, and I want everybody watching this now related to know, any and everything that you buy from me come with a motherfucking call. Why does it come with a motherfucking call? It come with a call because if you were somebody right now, let's say you go to courses. Let's just say you go to courses. Let's say you go ahead and you get, which one? Let's just say you get the eBay, comeback crash course. This helps you get unbanned, right? Boom. So you get that. How the heck can you guarantee that this is up to date? Now, mind you, all of our courses, we refresh monthly, but it don't matter. Some could have just changed. That's why you never buy a digital product from somebody that don't get up their ass to talk to you and thank you. You want to know why? Because 9 times out of 10, these idiots out here that are selling digital products think that just because they are selling a product they don't have to actually physically ship, that they don't have to do nothing when people purchase it. And that was like the little benefit of selling digital products. Listen, I know Instagram models that sell digital products and they're broker than a motherfucking joke. I know Instagram models that sell courses and guides and they look rich as hell and online, okay, on TikTok and Instagram. Well, when you see them, they walls is dirty, they drawers is dirty, they car banged up. You feel me? Understand, I have nothing against people that sell digital products, but I am telling all of my hustlers, if you're going to buy something, make sure that it comes with a connection. All right, iPhone 12. All right, Sadiq, I got you. All right, iPhone 12 is worth buying or nah? Should I keep it to 13s and newer? Keep it to 13s and newer. 12s are not worth it. Now, a 12 will be good if you were buying in bulk. So a little bit of what I do, Sadiq, right? So what I do, everybody know about this product stuff, right? But a large chunk of my money is me working with AT&T, Verizon, and Xfinity. And what we do is I'll buy all the iPhone 12s from a hospital. Like I cash them out $6,000, right? So I'll go ahead and buy those phones, and then T-Mobile or whatever company will go and provide them with the new iPhone 16. I am a buyback partner. So this is why I tell people, if you're phone flipping and you are watching somebody and they saying, hey, my name is such and such, come and phone flip with me, right? And they're like, yeah, come and use Facebook ads, right? They're not teaching you how to make bread, because a phone flipper does not make money. People that flip phones don't make money. And what I mean by they don't make money, they don't make enough money to be able to live comfortably and free. Stick with me. I'm cooking, bro. I'm cooking. What they do is they are consistently flipping their money. But what happens when you flipping your money and you just hit a ceiling? Because it's like, all right, I got $2,000. Oh, now I got $2,050. Oh, now I got $2,075. Oh, I'm at $2,100. Right? Like, bro, it's going to take you a long ass time, bro, for you to be straight, right? So hold on, I'm cooking. What happens is there's a lot of these bum ass phone flippers out there trying to fake and act like, oh, hey, my name is such and such and I have a Tesla, or my name is such and such and I have a YouTube channel. Hey, my name is such and such and I got a bunch of iPhones in the back of my car. One, you're getting them off of CPNs. That's another story. Two, The main goal for a phone flipper should be one or two things. You want to be a buyback partner or you want to be a refurbisher. That's it. If you're not one of those, you're not going to make it in phone flipping. Okay? I am both. Because what I did was I realized, Sadiq, that if I am going to buy the iPhone 12s, I'm going to buy a bunch of them and then I'm going to refurbish them and I'm going to go sell them to a nonprofit. Let me talk my shit, bro. I'm giving y'all real game right now. Game that none of these other fake ass phone flippers know. What you do is you don't sell to broke people. You don't sell to people that don't want to buy the phone. Hence why I have, like, bro, I'm cooking. I'm telling you. Hence why I have the buyer's price list, right? All right, I sell to 50 buyers, right? That's what this price list gives you. 50 buyers. Internationally and 25 internationally and 25 in the country. Cool. People are like, oh my God, I could just go to Atlas. Bro, I just got on some guy that was just texting my phone. He like, yeah, do you buy phones? I said, yeah. He said, oh, all right. Well, Atlas is paying me. I don't give a fuck what Atlas is paying you because Atlas ain't really a phone buyer. Atlas is a refurbisher. Right? Hold up. So here's the difference. When you go and you're buying a connection, difference. Because now you can literally go ahead. This is what people don't get, Sadiq. I'm teaching you game, bro. They don't have the ability to buy new phones, used phones, Samsungs, iCloud locked and blacklisted, iPads, Apple accessories, Apple Watches, MacBooks. Oh, hold on. With the Apple accessories, AirTags, PlayStation 5s, Xboxes, Nintendo Switch. But hold on, Sadiq. Hold on, bro. Now, let's be clear. Phone buyers are not the end all be all either. They're rude as shit. Most of these phone buyers are racist. That's one. Two, they only care about their bread and they will lowball you in a minute. That's why I have 50. But hold on, right? The main goal, bro, is to go ahead and get phones, a bunch of them. This is the goal. You want to build your bread up to the point to where you can go ahead, you can become a person that has a connection. I didn't get my connection with T-Mobile out of the thin air. No, I actually had to go ahead. I had to pay my way, bro. I had to work with a guy in Sprint. I had to do a bunch of other things in order for me to get these connections, right? And then it branched off to other people as I articulated myself and talked. And, you know, I have the gift of gab, being able to network, right? So then when I got into all of these companies, it's like, oh, I got some bread. Let me buy these phones instead of you, T-Mobile, taking them and then going ahead refurbishing them. Let me take them. And if I take them, it makes it easier for your deal. Now you might be like, well, Brandon, what do you mean? Y'all got to stay with me because the game I'm giving y'all is game nobody know, bro. I'm telling you right now, don't nobody on YouTube know this game because they're not really hustlers, bro. My name is Educated Hustler because I am literally a hustler. I don't get off of this joint and go to work. I don't get off of this joint and trade stock. I don't get off of this joint and sell waters. I don't get off of here and sell clothes. Bro, this is my life. So hold on, right? So here's the biggest point when it comes to this phone flipping shit. Is that, one, if I buy the phones instead of T-Mobile, you want to know what I tell T-Mobile? So T-Mobile, every T-Mobile has like business reps, right? So I go to the business rep. I'm like, yo, you working with this hospital? They be like, yeah. I be like, all right, look, I see they got iPhone 12s. I'm going to buy their iPhone 12s, bro. They like, oh, but no, we can use them as trade-ins for their iPhone 16s. I'm like, all right, look, bro. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pay the bill for 6 months if you let me get the phone or the phones. They be like, you going to pay the bill for how long? 6 months. So look, my guy, when you walk up in there and then you go ahead and propose to that hospital to work to switch from Verizon to T-Mobile, I want you to tell them this. Hey, we got a buyback partner that's going to buy your phones, pay your bill for 6 months, and you're going to get the new iPhone. So Mr. or Mrs. Customer, would you rather get some credit for the iPhone 16s or would you rather get 6 months free? And you want to know what happens? They say, oh, I do the 6 months. How the hell can you do 6 months, Brandon? Because when I get the iPhone 12s, I go and I look for a nonprofit business. So what's coming up, guys? What's coming up? School, right? Back to school. So I look for a back to school nonprofit that hands out book bags and hands out all of those. Hey, would you like to hand out phones too? I have about 600 phones. They're iPhone 12s though. They're not iPhone 15s or 16s, but they're iPhone 12s. We can give them away for free to the students. Oh yes, we would love to do that. Well, money's not a problem. No, because we're a nonprofit and we get grants. And that just means we have a bunch of money that we have to spend by a certain amount of time, and you're helping us. How much would you like us to write the check for? And then it's like, oh, well, why don't you say? Let's write that thing down for, let's do 12. 1,200? No, 12,000, please. That's how you phone flip. People don't know that's game. Facts. That's business. Talking about, hey guys, my name is Jacob, and today we're going to create a Facebook ad. Most of these people that they teach you to create Facebook ads don't even know how to sell water to a motherfucking turtle, bro. Like, how the hell you gonna give somebody the ability or teach somebody how to do ads, but they can't close leads? How? That doesn't make sense. That's like me saying, hey guys, guys, I have a guy that he said that he'll teach me how to have Facebook ads and actually create Facebook ads for solar systems, for the solar things that you put on the roof. I don't know a goddamn thing about fixing no damn solar unit, no damn solar panel. I don't know no damn thing. Only thing I know is that the sun hit it. That's the only thing I know. So I go, right, and I sit there and I go and make Facebook ads. Okay, guys, now I'm looking for people that need solar panels. And then they're like, oh, I need a solar panel. Hey, I need a solar panel. Hey, I need a solar panel. Oh, great, cool, nice. That's all I can get. I don't know how to say, oh, okay, so what kind of house do you have? Or, okay, what dimensions are your roof? Like, I don't know how to actually go and upsell from that or close that. And a lot of people don't know how to close a phone deal. Hey, I got an iPhone 13 Pro. I'm looking for 400. Okay, great. So you're looking for 400? I'm be honest with you, broski. You ain't going to get 400. You know what I mean? And that ain't even just with me. That's with anybody. Let me ask you something. Is there a reason you're saying that you want to get 400? Yeah, because my light bill due. All right, cool. What other phones you got? Well, I got like a XR. Oh, all right. Bring all those phones to me, bro. I'm gonna see what I can do for you. Like, it's ways, bro. It's ways and it's levels, and it's a whole bunch of different ways that you have to articulate yourself when it comes to this phone flipping and even product reselling. Sadiq, you asked how long does it take to learn? Bro, all you got to do is get good at phone flipping yourself. And then what happens is you start teaching other people, bro. Like, now what I mean by that is somebody close to you, like your brother or your sister, so that they can actually hold the fort down for you. And then you go out and you start actually networking with people like me. And then you like, yo, B, I live in Arizona. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So in my head, I'm like, you live in Arizona. That means you could access Arizona businesses, and then we could actually expand out there. Let's do it. Let's split the bread. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do it. But first, you got to make sure that you come in with something. You got to make sure that you're valuable. You got to make sure you actually can bring something to the table so that nobody could tell you anything when you pop up, bro. You got to make sure you're an asset so nobody can throw you away. Facts. Trey said, watch that past diamond tester. Watch that past the diamond tester. Is them good to resell? I just brought my. Yeah, but no. They're good customer facing. What I see online is high competition, Trey. So it's high competition for them, which I wouldn't get into that, bro. I wouldn't get into that. I'm going to be honest with you. Unless I'm customer facing, but even customer facing, you would have to get into an establishment where there's people that that want to look cool. So like somebody like me, I might want that, bro. Like I might want some fake diamonds. No kizzy, you heard me? But I ain't doing that shit out in public. You ain't about to catch me at the mall saying, okay, well, this is real Michael. I said Michael Kors. This is a real Movado watch, by the way. Don't. What I'm about to say, I don't want y'all to think that I'm capping. This is real, okay? This is real. This is a check, all right? But, oh, okay. Well, will this pass the diamond tester out in public? Absolutely not. I ain't no girl that I might see tonight finna see me. You know what I mean? So it's like when you selling certain things, you got to realize that you got to have access to certain environments. That's what I've realized. Environments are really important, way more important than I've thought in the past. Real rap, Trey. I'm dead ass. Feel me? Listen, I'm about to go to Colombia. I do need me a fake chain. It's 2 minutes. I do need me a fake chain now. I do need me a fake. That's a fact. I do need me a fake chain that be like educated hustler or some shit. But it is levels to it though. You know what I mean? It's levels to it. I just started buying expensive watches because that's the rooms I'm walking into now. You know what I mean? Now I'm walking in the rooms where I kind of need expensive watches on my hey educated hustler. Yeah, they be really trying to get me to work with them. Hey, the reason I asked is that we recently partnered with such and such and helped them generate 10K a month. I'm telling y'all, bro, it's a lot. This is a dangerous ass game, bro. People are just out here just trying like just push anything to anybody. I don't give a freak if my views is low. I'm not putting nothing I don't believe out there. I'm just not, bro. Like, that don't even make sense. That don't make sense. Bro, right. Yeah, conversation starter for sure, and people take you more serious. Exactly, bro. People take you more serious. And, you know, I'm very cheap. Like, I'm very cheap. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not cheap. I have a lot of money trauma. I've been broke before. I've made so much money and then been broke. So, like, I'm actually about to get ready to go to warehouse, so y'all just going to get ready with me real quick. But I've been really broke. Really broke. So, like, I went from penthouses to living back with my grandmother. But at one point, and like, I have money trauma, so I don't spend a lot of bread on dumb stuff. But certain things aren't dumb. You know what I mean? And speaking of that, I'll give you guys a really good example before I go. Like, and I've been actually trying to film videos for this. Oh, if you guys haven't already, yo, if y'all want to support me in one way, all I ask, if y'all could do this, I swear it would make my day. I swear it would make my day. And it don't have nothing to do with no bread or nothing. Please, please, all I ask is please subscribe to this channel, Gadget Hustle. Subscribe to Gadget Hustle, okay? And also, that's like a channel I'm working really, really hard on. I'm dead ass serious about that channel. And also, this channel, Brandon the Hustler. This is going to be my vlog channel, right? So this channel is where I'm going to be talking about a lot of things, and I'm actually about to talk about what I'm about to tell you. So, and I'm really embarrassed, but I think that me telling you guys this may be able to help somebody. Yeah. Okay. After this, I'm gonna go buy the Replica cash flow. Hopefully, we can Get on the. Oh, we gonna definitely get on the phone call. 100%. No cap. 100%. So, all right. This is embarrassing. Whoever's watching this, when you're watching this, I'm going to talk about this a lot more on this channel, but on Brandon the Hustler. But so 3 weeks ago, thank you, Sadiq. Thank you. I went and I walked in the crib. I had my kids with me. We just came from the park. It's 100% facts. And I want to show y'all how shitty it is to be an entrepreneur sometimes. So we walk in. Their mom not here. Their mom don't come home until like 5 a.m. Okay? Thank you, Trey. Their mom don't come home until like 5 a.m. Mind you, I had shit to do. So, I'm like, yo, where you been at? No response. I packed everything in this motherfucker. And I put it all in my car. My whole setup, my whole computer, everything. You don't realize, if you look at my old lives, you can see that there was so much more stuff here. I packed everything up. And I was like, yo, I'm out. Now, before this happened, it was a bunch of things adding up to like me just seeing disrespect. But the reason I'm bringing this up to you guys is not to shame her or whatever, right? The main point I'm bringing up is like, I took my kids to the park after a hard day of work, came home hoping and thinking that we were on a schedule for this person to get the kids so I can go back to doing what I had to do at work. I packed all my stuff because I was tired of the disrespect, and I went to live in my car. Not my stores, my car. Now, the reason I didn't go to live in my stores, right, is one, if I show my employees that something really bad is happening to me, you lose authority, you lose respect. I've been there and done that. So I keep my personal out of my business, right? So I went and got hotels for a little bit for this whole 3 weeks. Father's Day, prime example, not one person said Happy Father's Day to me. I was just in a very bad position, right? So I go and I'm living in my car. I'm getting calls from people with eBay automation. I'm getting calls from people at the store. I'm getting calls this. Power went out one day. Like, I'm just like really just trying to like stay sane business-wise, but personal-wise, my life falling apart. The girl like, oh, well, you didn't come home. Da-da-da-da. What about the kid? You didn't watch the kid. Da-da-da. Like, I was falling apart the last 3 weeks. Mentally. Like, when I say falling apart, I mean, like, bruh, falling apart, not because I had to, but because I had to. Like, it wasn't because I needed to leave out of here or kick anybody out. No, I was going to remove myself because what I understood was one thing I will never do is let somebody disrespect me or treat me less than what I'm worth. Father's Day I spent by myself with my children, and I was cool, right? But they went back in the crib. I went back in the car. I don't even think I got a hotel that night. Nobody ever knew. Like, my work didn't stop. The grind didn't fall off. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because whoever out there may have some shit going on, bro. You may have some, like, that's so personal that I just told y'all that because that's like really close to me. It's embarrassing to me because it's you, in my opinion, nobody really hears people going through things like that. We all go through things like that, right? But nobody really goes online in front of all whoever and says things like this. But like, I think it's important that whatever you're going through, no matter who you are, whether it's lack of sales, at the crib, you're not appreciated or loved, you feeling like as a man, nobody see you, you feeling like you putting a lot of things aside and sacrificing for people and they not doing the same for you. No matter what you got going on, what I just really genuinely want you to realize is that the sacrifices that you are taking, or the punches that you're being thrown, the obstacles that are coming, don't let that knock you off of the main mission, bro. If that was me 10 years ago, I would have said, stores closed. I would have just ended everything, because it happened before, and waited until I was back to being cool and comfortable. But like, I still had to wake up every day and smile in front of people when I was crying, breaking down because of how frustrated I was. I had to watch people I pay leave out of a door to go to their crib. And I know for a fact that I gotta go somewhere where I'm not comfortable. I couldn't go live. I haven't been live in so long on a consistent basis because I couldn't. And then every time I tried, it was like something else happened. And something else might happen. But keep going, bro, because there's going to be you never know if you're sleeping next to somebody that don't want you to succeed unless they do. You don't know if, and it could be your mom too. My mom has wanted me to fail for the longest. You heard me right. She wanted me to fail for the longest because she wanted me to go to college and have that type of experience that, she deemed worth the while. My mom didn't want me to be no entrepreneur. She told me every day she see me, no matter how much money I got, she'll be like, hey, you think about going back to school? So like, understand that people that don't have the balls to do what you do will never understand you. People that don't have respect for you just won't ever have respect for you. Once they don't have that respect for you, you say, okay, you don't got that respect for me. Now let me have the respect for myself enough to keep you a distance. If you have a partner that don't support you, they don't love you. If you have a partner that lays down next to you, she could be bad as hell. Trust me. The people the girls that are the cutest are the 9 times out of 10, the girls that will be the ones to hold you back. They'll be the ones to hold you back because that is a distraction. I'm learning. I'm just sharing. It's a distraction. And you could choose to be distracted or not. You know how much money I lost because of relationships? I had one girlfriend when I used to have my store on 5th Street, people, and it was all girls one day. And when I went to go ahead and interview all of these girls, she came in mid-interview. It was like, you fucking whore, da-da-da-da, talking to me. Just disrespecting me in front of them. And all the interviewees were like in the lobby thing, and they heard it, and it just was so embarrassing. And I shut the store down. I got depressed. You know what I mean? And it's so many other examples. Don't let nobody stop what you got going, bruh. Don't let nobody stop that. Even you. Don't let you stop it. Don't let you being in your head. Oh my God, my sales are slow. Nobody cares. Figure it out. Nobody cares. You know how many times my sales go slow till this day? Now, I just gave you a whole play on how to do this and that with the nonprofits. But trust me, there's months where I struggle, bruh. There's months where I don't see the results that I want to see, bruh. I struggle. You hear me? You looking at somebody that struggles with depression just as much. And let's get this clear. I'm not ever saying what I struggle with is something people don't struggle with or 10 times more. I'm no victim. What I'm trying to say, I struggle with depression. I struggle with my self-worth. I am very not confident in me personally because I've been talking down on so much. I struggle trying to be the best dad possible, even though I didn't have a man in my life, bro. I didn't have no man in my life. I didn't have no man to be like, yo, Brandon, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. Bro, this is how you talk to girls. Bro, this is how you make sure you get a girl that want to be a wife. Bro, this is how you make sure you manage your bread. I ain't had nobody say, hey, Brandon, this is how you handle credit. The only way and reason I can even make money till this day is because I went to Sprint. I got a phone. As soon as I turned 18, I went to Sprint, got a phone, sold that phone, started messing up my credit right then and there. Right then and there. Because I got the phone, sold the phone, started my Wake Up Now business. Which is the reason why now I could actually go and, do what I'm doing now. But yes, I didn't have nobody to tell me anything. The only thing I had was go to school. And I was horrible at school. I had F's, D's, C's. I don't want to learn Espanol. I want to learn how to make money. I don't want to learn George Washington and how many people were at the Tea Party. I don't give a fuck. I want to learn how to make money. That was my mindset. I skipped class to go to the library to create business plans. People laughed at me. People didn't believe in me. People told me I was ugly. People told me I would never be this and that. I'm telling you this right now. Whoever's going through it, bro, that shit is all a part, like you said, Trey, of your journey, bro. It's all a part of your journey. And the beautiful thing about your journey is that it is continuous. It's continuous, bro. But then let me explain something to you. Before I go, I'm going to explain this to you, right? But then you're going to have people around you that seem like they're going on a journey too. Because y'all know how I said I was homeless or I was sleeping in my car, right? By choice. I do want to say that. Nobody, you know what I mean? It was me. It's self, what is it? Like I put myself in it. Self-inflicting, right? But hold on. As I did that, right before I decided to take that leap, I have a friend. This guy is a guy that I went to high school with. He's actually the guy I started Wake Up Now with. He actually put me on to Making Bread. So this guy calls me. I blocked him. I've been blocked him a while ago because he weird. He don't hold himself accountable, right? He'll say, yo, bro, we going to the gym and not show. I don't respect shit like that, right? So I blocked him. So he called me. It's a blocked number that called me. I pick up. It's this guy. He arguing with his girl. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, now, a bit of me wanted to bang on him, be like, yo, nigga, what the hell? And hang up. But I didn't. I listened to him. I stayed on the phone with him for 6 hours. Yo, bro, it's all good, bro. It's all good, bro. Nah, just distance yourself away from her. Don't put your hands on her. Don't do da. Bro, just chill out. Calm down. Da. Right? So, after that, hung up. Unblocked him. Like, that's my guy. I'll make sure he's straight. While I'm going through what I'm about to go through, right? So, tell me how. Then I go through what I'm going through. I call him. Cause like, remember, I was there for you, bro, like a couple days ago, bro. So I call him like, yeah, this ain't working. So I call him like, I'm gonna call my guy, bro, like, and vent out. You know what I mean? Vent. Nobody answer. But then it was a call back. I'm like, all right, back, call back, cool. I answer. I'm like, yo, bro, can we link up, bro? Can we link up, bro? Cause I don't have nowhere to go. I'm frustrated, bro. Let's just get a drink or two, like, or let's just go get some food. Let's play some ball. Literally, right? I said, let's link up at 5 o'clock. You think he showed up? The reason I told you guys that story is for one reason. Because just because you're on your journey and maybe you may be going through shit don't mean you need to attach yourself with other people that are going through shit that just want to use you and your listening ear to help them but don't want to add to you. It's a difference. I love you guys, bruh. Shout out to Sadiq. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to everybody that tapped in, bruh. I will be live again tonight. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm going to be live again. Dead serious. I'm going to be live again. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I love you guys, bro. Everybody that supported me, everybody that watches my videos, everybody that continues no matter what the view count is, bro. I really appreciate that shit. And yes, I go through so many things when this camera go off, bro. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to make it very clear, bro, that we just got to keep moving. We got to keep working, keep believing in ourselves, and understanding that the only person that can hold us back is us. Can nobody else hold us back? You hear me? Nobody can hold us back. Nobody. All right? All right, guys. I'm out. I got to go to the warehouse. It is 12:10. Dang it. I was supposed to be done by 12 so I can get there. All right, y'all. Sadiq, I'm trying to hop on a call with you. How does that work? So you trying to hop on a call with me, bro? Let me do this real quick. You can go to HustlerTaughtMe.com and then you can book a call. You can book a call for like $30. Like I have so many different options. $39. All right, you just go to HustlerTaughtMe.com and then hit book call. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.